Welcome back to Fresh Coffee Tarot. It is Wednesday, Hump Day, and I'm going to be doing a reading on how to help advance your career or to at least take it in a better direction than where it's at, okay? I had to do this reading over again because I was recording the previous reading, and believe it or not, the camera was upside down, and it kind of hit me why it looked funny. It's late, whatever. So anyways, this is my new tarot deck I got from Etsy. This is pretty cool. It's sci-fi. And what we're going to do here is we are going to help you find out what you need to do, right? Obviously, to advance your career at the place you're at, or what you could do to get it going in a different direction that's more abundant, more successful, more prosperous, okay? Let's clear this energy really fast, and then we'll shuffle this one, and then we'll get started. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share. I really want to grow my channel. I do private readings. I love to do the private readings for people that I know from work and just people I meet online. So please, I'd really like to help you. I just love helping people out. All right, here we go. Cleared. Let's go. Clearing it with white quartz. What do we got? This reading's going to be completely different because we're in different energy now. Self-care, listening to music. I think your job could be burning you out or it's a difficult job. Poverty, victim, poor mindset. Yep, everyone's afraid that if they change their job, especially with what's going on politically, right? We don't know what's going to happen. Sudden action and movement. Okay, so who knows? You may just be so fed up with your job, you may just leave anyways. Okay, done. Let's see what we have over here. What are we talking about today? The Empress. You're not giving yourself enough credit. You could go anywhere and be successful. I can already tell that's what we're getting in this reading. Eight of Wands. I think you have been putting stuff out. Let's see what's going on. Seven of Cups. So this was actually in the last reading, so it's interesting it's changed places. Let me move this over. Just so we can... We'll stagger it so it looks cool. There we go. Page of Pentacles. It's forming part of our foundation. The other side is the King of Pentacles. How interesting. So I can already tell you what's happening. Let me get the foundation piece. The Moon. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we are giving the Suit of Wands. What is the Suit of Wands? Oh, it's the Three of Wands. Okay, Three of Wands. So a decision has to be made. Okay? Let me tell you what I'm already getting on the energy. The energy, you're split into two halves here. You are a very successful... No, correction. You're successful in the sense that you can get things done if you put your mind to it. I think you're realizing after being at a job or being somewhere that you're actually much more competent and capable than you give yourself credit for. Okay? This is what I'm getting. Sorry that this is giving a reflection here. And as a result, you're realizing you want more than what this job has to offer, unless this job is going to promote you or give you a pay raise. So unless you get promoted, you're probably not getting a pay raise. But this is what I'm getting. So this half of the job is you with the money, like the money at your current job, right? This half of the reading is about you wanting to venture into other areas and see if you can succeed and maybe take a different career trajectory, a different career path. Okay, it's what I'm really getting. So let's see what the cards say. Page of Swords, yeah. So you have an idea of what kind of job that you want with Page of Pentacles. It's a very immature idea. So let's just say like you, I don't know, worked at a department store, or a grocery store, or something of retail, and you've been doing that for the past 5 years. Or maybe you worked as a waiter or a waitress, right? And you're like, you know what? I would really like to work in an office. Maybe I'd like to be a bookkeeper. Maybe I'd like to be a pharmacy technician or whatever. And that's what you want to go towards, but you have a vague idea of actually how to do it. Because again, we have another Page of Wands. So you have a very immature motive with a very immature idea. Okay? So the energy is really not going anywhere because you're kind of doubting it, is what I'm getting. All right? And then if we go, I'm going to go up this way because I see it in two halves. Okay? So usually I go across, but we're going to go up this way. So with the Page of Wands, with the wands, the Eight of Wands, you've actually been putting out feelers. You've been applying for jobs. You've been asking questions. You've been trying to figure out how to manifest some of these. And as a result, we got the Nine of Pentacles. You actually feel really confident in some of the stuff that you're hearing. Okay? You feel very situated that you could easily transition to a different job, maybe a different career, maybe even a different field, right? You feel very confident based on what you're like, yeah, like I could learn that. I can do it. It doesn't seem hard. Or you're a quick learner. So you have a lot of good energy here. On this side, when we get to the King of Pentacles, we have the Two of Swords. You make good money where you're at, or you at least make enough money to where, we have a Nine of Pentacles here, right? It's not. This was basically how you felt that you can do it and you can make more money. But I think you make enough right now where you have a little bit of excess. It's not like it's overwhelmingly. You can go to Hawaii or something, but you have enough to maybe take a day trip or lend some money out to someone. I feel like this is very Six of Pentacle energy. Not six. Is it Six of Pentacles I'm thinking of? Yes. This is what I feel like you're doing this job, and you're good with it. You're good with money. I can tell you're very good with money. You know how to make it. You know how to make it stretch and do things for you. The problem is you'll be leaving the security, and I think that's why the Moon's here, because you're not really sure what the outcome's going to be. But you've got to make a decision, right? Two of Swords. She's blinded, and she's got a pistol, and she's got to decide which one she's going to fire. Next, we have the Seven of Cups, which is the Three of Cups. So you have these options for new jobs. So you've been asking questions, looking for certain jobs. But now what this is saying is you've been asking friends, hey, you work here. Do you think you could get me a job? Hey, do you know someone who works there? Do you think they would write me a reference, or would you be a reference for me? You're asking friends about it. But here's the issue about the Seven of Cups. Not every option is a good option. And just because you know somebody in a certain field doesn't mean that you should try to use that as a jumping point to a new job. And what I mean by that is, I know you may be tired of your job or want something new, but it actually may deter you, or it may actually slow down where you're supposed to go. Because let's just say it pays well, but there's no upward mobility. Or you don't like the job, but you're willing to take it for like maybe $10 more an hour, right? Or maybe $5 more an hour. And you quit looking for all these other options that could have more possibility. So that's the problem that I'm seeing. And that's the thing about the Seven of Cups, is that it provides options, but like I've always told people, the problem with options is that we never eliminate an option. And when you never eliminate an option, you go nowhere. You go effing nowhere. You have to narrow down your choices. That's what it means to be an adult, is you narrow down choices and you focus until you get one. And talking with friends, sometimes, they can be distracting as well, because they'll tell you, oh no, you're really good at this and this and this. But this is where you have to understand you are the Empress, male or female. Yes, it's okay to ask some advice, but you know what you want. You know what you, deep down, what you want to become, what kind of money you want to make, what kind of career you want to live out, what you want to manifest. So you can talk to your friends, you can ask for references or whatever, but in the end, you need to make the decision, because you know what's best for you, not them. Okay? When it comes to the Moon or the Foundation, what is it that is hidden from you in all of this? The Queen of Swords. So you're in the Queen of Swords mindset where you just want to jump into something, but so here's the thing about the Queen of Swords. Yes, she nurtures and she cuts things out that don't work for her, but sometimes we can be very impulsive in making our decisions. So I would just say, watch, I'm going to clarify that, because I really feel that this is the Six of Wands. So I think that if you make a decision, right, with this, if you don't make a rash decision with the Queen of Swords, and you at least take some time to think about it, but you do eventually make a decision, you're going to be rewarded, okay? And I think that's what you can't see is that I think it's going to work out in your favor. I really think it's going to work out in your favor. Um, Let me see one more. Let me take the top card. Yeah, it's going to work out in your favor because you're the magician. You're giving off magician energy, which I would expect from the Empress, right? You don't know what you want to create with yet, but you know that whatever you create, you're going to be able to manifest because you got the tools and the ability. But here's the problem. The moon is directly beneath the Empress. You have built an identity of an Empress on the moon, meaning you have built the facade of who you are as a career and a person on doubting yourself because you don't know. We need to do away with this moon energy and focus on the Empress energy. This card needs to be here, and we should be having like king energy or the emperor here, right? You need to be able, so Empress, Emperor, you need to be able to say, I can make anything fruitful, and as the emperor, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a kingdom out of it. Instead, you have, well, I'm kind of doubting myself, and I do want to make a decision, but I don't know if it's going to work out, but it works out. The Six of Wands. You're going to get good news. You're going to apply for a job or something. It's going to work out in your favor, or you're going to find out that you can take that class to get certified, or whatever you decide to do, you're going to realize you have the ability because of the Magician card here. So quit doubting yourself. This card is doubt. You have literally doubted yourself when you have the ability. You're much more talented than you realize. You're much more capable than you realize. Okay? So let's see what we have with the Empress. What do you need to know about the Empress? Because this is what they're saying. This is what the cards are saying, right? The spirits, the angels, and ancients are the ones telling you that, hey, if you want your career to go in a direction you want, you need to be in this energy. And I just explained what this is all made up with all this, okay? King of Cups. I said it. If you stay in this energy, you're going to be a King of Cups. Your emotions are not going to get the best of you. If you can stay in this energy, you're going to overcome the moon energy. This will probably move down in the future, and this will probably be an emperor up here, or some king energy. You have to control your emotions and understand that, yes, there is some sacrifice when it comes to changing jobs, changing careers. I'm not going to tell you to change like instantly or whatever. Trust your gut. That is the whole point about being a magician, is that you got to be intuitive. Trust your gut. At the bottom of the deck, remember, we had the Three of Wands. You are in the perfect position right now, at least according to this tarot read. And if this doesn't resonate, pass it along to someone that does, but take what resonates and throw away what doesn't. But right now, you're in a really good decision to change jobs or to try to find some side hustle or something, or to research new work. You're in a really good energy. But you've got to believe in yourself. Don't stay in the moon. Okay, that's exactly what we're getting. And when it comes to this, self-care and listening, this is where I think you've worked yourself at this job you currently have to the bone, and you're just tired. And you're trying to calm your mind. But you're working yourself crazy because you don't want to be poor. But let's also put into this, I'm not saying that you make all the money in the world, but if you're paying off your bills or whatever, and there's a little bit left, at least you're making it. I'm not saying that's okay, but at least you're making it. I'm not trying to offend anybody. But maybe this isn't as bad as you think it is. Okay? Maybe you're just stuck in this mindset. Because I know a lot of people that like to do work as their identity because they don't want to be poor. And I get that. But what's the point of money? And I get security's good too, but if you don't ever get to enjoy it, you're just working your whole life. Like that's not a way to live. You want to, and I've said it again, and I'll always say it every time I do a reading on this. You want to work to live, not live to work. And finally, I think that when you stay in this energy and you have control of your emotions, you're going to move quick. I think you're going to move very quick on what you decide to do. Okay? I think that whatever you do, it's going to be successful. I think you're going to find something very unique, and I think you're just going to be good at it. I just think that you're going to excel in it. It's going to be something different is what I'm getting. Okay. Let's do a. Where did I put the Jane Austen tarot? Let's do a Jane Austen tarot, and then we'll close this out. So this I will have to shuffle. These awkward sized cards are sometimes difficult to shuffle. Sorry about that. Let's do one more shuffle, clear the energy, and then we will see what the advice is. Okay, here we go. Let's take the top. Garden or forest? Oh, that came up for a friend earlier. It says, number 22. In the novel Mansfield Park, the garden symbolized discipline and control, the woods freedom. Lately, these two opposites may be tugging at your heartstrings, but are they as opposite as you think? Isn't freedom, often perceived as the absence of constraints, also an opportunity to make real commitment to yourself? You're free to invest and live your experience, just as you'll be free to choose a different path later on. Freedom from constraints by refusing any form of discipline can also mean controlling things. We may like well-ordered gardens, colorful flower beds, and their scents and well-designed paths, but we can also enjoy making our way through the undergrowth, discovering new mushrooms, letting ourselves be surprised by a ray of piercing sunshine through the foliage. Perhaps freedom means choosing the times when we feel like taking a walk in a forest or a garden without feeling obliged to make a Cornelian choice. Now, I'm taking the thing of a Cornelian choice. I'm gonna look this up before I say it because I want this reading to be good. It is a situation where someone must choose between two options, each of which has a negative impact on themselves or someone close to them. So, yes, I think this is what the poverty mindset is. It's not going to be do or die. Okay? That's what the moon energy is. This is what it's saying. You're going to benefit. One is either going to take you on a new career path with more upward mobility. Okay? But don't think that if you stay at this job, it's going to be the worst. But I just want to make you also understand. Maybe you just need to stay here a little bit longer. Not that you may get promoted or it's going to do something. Maybe you need to pay off some debt, right? Pay off some debt first and then get out. But you need to stay in this energy. Because just know the longer you stay in this, you're going to have a very defeated energy and this moon's going to take over. And the moon is not meant to stay in the sky forever. The sun eventually needs to ride. So you really need to search. What do you really want to be in? The forest, where you're going to have to pave a path? Or do you want to go down a garden? Something more conventional, right? You maybe worked retail. Maybe you want to work retail somewhere else. Maybe you want to work a 9-to-5 job. Maybe these jobs over here may be stuff like specialty jobs where you make prosthetics. Or maybe you do something you've never heard of, right? And it makes good money. But whatever it may be, you need to figure it out in the Empress energy, okay? All right, everybody. I hope you liked the reading. Let's say with a closing prayer. Mother of God, I just ask that you please help all the collective that came here of goodwill, all the collective goodwill that came here. Please help them receive the messages from the tarot cards in their hearts, their minds, and their souls. Keep them in your mantle as well as myself. And please protect us all from those who wish us ill harm in our lives, failure, and the evil eye. In the most holy name of Jesus we pray. Amen. It's always a pleasure reading for y'all. Please like, subscribe, and I hope it resonated. I'll talk to y'all later.